Well, in this session I'm gonna tell you a point, which is actually I wanted to say that if I place a reinforcement bar in a column, concrete column or concrete foundation, some items will be added here to control them. For example, rebar cover. Here I select rebar, we will talk about it. Here I only wanted to show you the volume. After that, here in the rebar shape browser, I select the shape of the rebar. For example, this one. Then I modify the type, for example, 16 millimeters in this way. And then here, I set the layout on maximum spacing and 150 for spacing. And then I place it here. Anyway, as soon as you place a reinforcement bar inside a concrete element, then you will see estimated reinforcement value in this way, as you can see on the screen. And another point that you should have known, if in a schedule you subtract the estimated reinforcement volume from volume, then you will have the pure volume of concrete. And another point is about the volume. As you can see here, we got a simple rectangular column, and as you know, here we can switch between level of details. Right now, if I select the column and then I open Edit Family, or for example, if I create a concrete column in families which contains different features, for example, suppose that here in elevations, in front, here I sketch a reference plane and then I pick measure, align dimension in this way, like this. And then again I pick reference plane, I sketch some references in this way, and one more, and then I constrain these two very well. And after that I select extrusion, I set the work plane on front, and then from this part in this way, again I continue sketching line to this point, and then in this way, like this. Or I can delete this part and connect them directly. Finish, and this line will be deleted and others will be kept. I set dimensions in this way, and one more here. I create a parameter, I name it L for example, in general group, and OK. I select others and then I create a parameter H in general group parameter, and then the next one, to create a parameter I name it H2 in general group parameter. Very well. Let me test the parameters. 500 for L, I set 400 for H and 200 for H2 in this way, 300 or 250. I click on OK. Here into the view, and after that I align the extrusion to the column in this way, Very well. So we consider this, and in front elevation again I drag these parts. I wanna mirror this part in this way, but before that let me check the alignment. Very well. I select the two extrusions to associate a family parameter to specify a material for them in this way. Again I select them, I open visibility settings, and then I only check fine, and then I uncheck planar CP, and OK. After that I load this into project. Override the existing version in this way. Again in family, I open 3D view. Let me align the column with extrusions and constrain them in this way. Let me see. I'm not able to select it. Cancel. Again I loaded the project. Override. Well done, check this out. Anyway, I select the new column, check the volume, 1.8. And if I switch the level of details to coarse and fine, and medium. Actually, medium and coarse are the same here. Very well. Right now, if I create a list of the subcomponents or materials in Revit family, in material takeoff, I select a structural column and then OK. Check this out. And then here I choose the field. Let me find family and type. Actually, right here, and then volume in this way, and material volume. Let me remove weight in this way, and then in filter by. But before that, let me add material name in the fields in this way. I delete this, and then I move up material name in this way, and then in filter material name, and then concrete, since I don't need the metal ones. Okay, anyway, let me open structure column material take off. Here, as you can see, the volume is 1.8, but the material volume is 1.97, so they are different. But why? The reason is that you have changed the level of details. Actually, when we talk about volume, it only considers the coarse level of detail. I mean, it recognizes whatever is in coarse, but material volumes recognize all of the elements which are in fine level of detail. So it is based on the elements which are shown in fine level of detail. So you should take this point into consideration when you are creating a list of subcomponents or materials of the family category, in a way that you should consider all of the details of your families. And as you witnessed, we worked on a very simple example here. And suppose that if we wanna consider this difference in a whole big project, you may have difficulties in future. And not being aware of this brings an untrustworthy mindset towards those who are working with BIM softwares. And as you know, when the reliability is ruined, it is hard to rebuild it. So I recommend you to practice a lot, in order to being so professional in your projects and answer correctly to all of these items.